Good afternoon, everyone. And we have Monitar right here. Welcome, Monitar.
Hi, good afternoon, Joyce. How are you?
Great. I'm so excited to have you on board because, as I just now mentioned to you, this is my favorite topic to talk about. I love it so much. I remember we met each other like 2015, and you are the one consult me on the supplementation that I can take to heal my skin issue. Last time I have a very serious skin issue. So you are the one advised me on all that. And we have a retreat session. We learn all the natural healing stuff. I so in love with all the things. I really hope next time we can have one together. I will be the organizer, and you will be my invited guest again.
You're most
Okay,
welcome, most welcome.
yeah. So let me do some short introduction about Monita to you all first before we start the session. Monita is an experienced naturopath and a public health educator with more than 13 years of experience. And she has conducted health related consultations, trainings, webinars, and guest speakers in events to the healthcare professionals, corporate health companies, and the corporates across Asia. Monita has a Master of Medical Science in Public Health from University of Malaya and obtained her naturopathic degree from Andover College of Natural Health from Melbourne, Australia. Welcome, Monita.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for inviting me. Lovely to meet everyone. Hello.
All right. So now, before we actually jump into our topic today about supplementation, is all the while I'm very curious to know about what makes you venture into this nature path.
It's quite interesting. I think a lot of us go through phases and we are always curious and interested about food.
Mm.
Malaysia being the food haven, who can resist, right? So I was lucky enough to be brought up in a family environment where we use a lot of herbs, we use a lot of uh, foods that can heal or for medicinal purposes. So as I traveled for work, I had the privilege. I went around a lot of countries and I was exposed to a lot of cultures and foods
Mm.
that they use to even for pleasure or even for healing. So that got me interested. And then after that, I decided to study in Melbourne, Australia. And many moons later, here I am.
Wow. See, every journey we have a story, right? That's why this is your story. Love it so much. So now, a lot of people may be curious about supplementation. Right before we jump in, what is so important about nutrients? Because I found that nowadays in the modern world, I would say that we are overfed but undernourished. We eat a lot, meaning we are overfeed ourselves. We eat a lot of food, but we are actually undernourished ourselves. So why nutrient is so important to us?
Okay, first thing first, nutrients are generally from food. You are very right in saying we are overfed and undernourished. A lot of maybe empty calories or too much snacking for some people. So
Yes.
get this straight. If we can't get it from the diet,
Mm.
yeah, first thing is always your diet. If you can't get it from your diet, then maybe you have to look at certain supplementation that is right for you. This
Yeah.
is what we are here for today.
Mm.
Nutrients are important because it keeps us healthy. If you're at a growing age, it helps us with growth, keep us healthy, gives us energy. That's very important for a lot of us to
Yeah.
repair our body, to improve our immune system. So it becomes a foundation to help us maintain our health. So that's why nutrients are in general, it is the foundation of life. It's very important.
Yes. Because I always say that when we keep the foundation strong, everything will be just flourish. So we want to keep the foundation very strong so that we can have the energy. So okay, so let's get into our main core thing. A lot of people tell me, Joyce, I eat a balanced diet, so I actually do not need supplements. Or they say, can I get all my nutrients from my diet? So what is your take on that?
You can if you are very regimented with your health. Not all of us have ideal diet, trust me. Uh, if your stress are low or non-existent, okay, maybe. If you sleep 8 hours or more every day, you sleep well, wake up refreshed, okay, maybe. if you're eating at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every day, then maybe you're on the right track. But a lot of us, look, really ask yourself this question.
True.
Are we truly, truly healthy in our diet? You know, and I follow the 80-20 rule. It's not a diet thing. 80% of the time you're good, like Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday, you cheat a bit. You go out and have snacks or whatever, deep fried foods or whatever. I think that's really quite good already.
Yes.
But I think all of us need to keep in check. Because I've observed people eat mountain of rice, no veggie, meat only. Or people don't eat rice. That's the trend for the past 20 years. Eat veggie and meat only. Or some people eat one bowl of noodle or char kway teow or fried rice. That is called one meal. Is it truly, truly balanced? I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. We have to take 5 servings. How do you keep, what is a serving? I think a lot of people will ask. For me, it's very simple. I don't count kilograms, grams, or calories.
I don't.
Serving as per your palm size.
Yes.
One scoop. You know, the big scoop or one serving. So as long as you keep 5 servings of fruits and veggie a day, I'm actually pretty happy with what you're having already, because a lot of us are not healthy.
I actually eat more than that, I would say.
That's good. That's good.
I keep about 10 servings per day.
That's good. But a lot of people can be like that. So then you get, if you really want to see what you're truly eating, I'll challenge the audience today. Do a 1-week food diary. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, everything chuck in, write in. Don't be shy. Eat regularly, and you'll be surprised what you're eating. Especially pandemic, snacking so much that the industry has grown by 200%. Go figure.
Monica, just now when you say about food diary, I smile like like that is because if you still remember, you are the one made me to write a food diary. And I'm like, fail when I write a food diary. It is so hard. It's like keeping every single little things that cross my mouth every day for at least 7 days, right? A week to see the pattern right there. It is wow. I write diary every day, but writing a food diary, it is really. So I would say nowadays easier snap photo, right? We can have photograph easily. Snap a photo, knowing okay, show this is what I eat every single day.
Yes.
So whether it's balanced or not, so we can actually assess from there. Writing that I still keep the piece, I write halfway and I give up. Sorry, just to confess.
I think there's no judgment from the food, right? It's just a wake-up call to see what you're truly eating. So now we are going digital. Take a photograph. Yes. We did that in our university when I was doing my master's. Our lecturer say, okay, you don't have to write it. Take the food, breakfast, lunch, dinner, take a photo and submit as part of your assignment. So that's it. Yeah.
Yes. And I love you said about 80-20. Sometimes it's like weekend or anytime that you have some small function that you want to enjoy the food, it's okay. Eat the food that may not be so balanced, but it's not a habitual thing that we come to every single day.
And don't feel guilty about it, seriously.
Yes.
The guilt builds on the stress, and it's not worth it, because stress is one of the biggest devil, in the sense that it's our downfall health-wise.
Yes.
Stress. Yeah.
So I always love to actually say have fun. While doing all this thing, taking care of our health, we still want to have life, right? Have fun with all this. Now, jump straight to in the more supplementation side is like there are tons of supplements outside. That when we enter the pharmacy, we know that there's so many different types, starting from the eye care, heart health, joint care, skin care, anything from here. So, like, how we know that do we need all the supplements that we take? Easily those people take supplement, you can easily up to 5 supplements or more than that. It's like, do we need all this thing? Or how do we choose that our body actually need that?
This is a very good question. It all depends on, sometimes I call it as a life stage you're in. Whether you're in whether you're a college student, because it all depends on your demands of your current lifestyle. Not everyone's lifestyle is the same. It can be similar, but it's not the same. whether you're growing, retired, elderly, have a full-time job plus young children, planning for family. So that helps you to categorize or bring it down to a smaller area where, okay, what is most important to you? For example, what do you want the supplement to do for you? If you're not sure, then don't take it. If you're sure, like for us, maybe 4 eyes, we want an eye supplement because we're in front of the computer all the time.
Yes.
So then go for it. You know, supplements are good to the extent where if you can't get it from your diet or your diet not enough. Yeah. So I would say you ask yourself, if you can't get it, you need supplements. For example, people in their 20s, beauty to them is the whole world. So they might go into collagen or some beauty supplement. Compared to a 40, 50-year-old, they want to go into heart health, something, bones. So it depends on the life stage. So that gives you a guide on how you don't have to take everything. Don't have 5 or 6, depending. We can't judge. So I'm on the other end of the spectrum where I take more than other people because I know I need it.
Yeah, true.
The lifestyle demands it. But
Yes.
I think you will lead on to, we'll talk more about it later, but I think it depends where you are at this moment. You have
Yeah.
to be.
Take note on that, especially the lifestyle. I would say that the lifestyle nowadays, especially now, is like eye health is my big concern. Like every day I'm in front of a computer more than about 10 hours. I'm like easily can come up to 10 hours meeting to the events, trainings, webinars, all this thing. Oh, so eye health is my key thing right now. So I remember last time you shared with me about therapeutic dosage. You are the one teach me about this, and I go and learn about that. Oh, that is important because I found that a lot of people eat too minimum. I mean, to the minimum of the dose, and not enough to heal, to bring the impact or the effect that they want. So, can you share with us a little bit more about this therapeutic dosage?
Okay, in the medical world or medical terms, therapeutic dosage is a dose where you can actually, where you actually need it to treat a medical problem. So that's why when you take medicine, your doctor say, okay, take 2 tablets a day or 1 tablet a day.
Yeah.
Okay? So in the supplement world, it's important to find out what you're taking it for. If you're taking it for maintenance or general well-being, so what states in the bottle gives you the general or maintenance dosage. So in the bottle, it's not treatment dose. So now you know when you read the label, it says take 1, for example, fish oil, take 1 3 times a day with your meal or professionally prescribed.
Yes.
1 3 times a day is maintenance, prevention. It's not treatment. So when you want to go for treatment, for example, there's a lot of evidence of fish oil in triglyceride, bringing triglyceride level in the whole cholesterol spectrum.
Yes.
You probably need to take at least 4 to 6. In the evidence, you need to take 6 actually. But sometimes on top of your diet now, so you have to ask yourself, how much oily fish do I take in a week? Some people not even once a week. Some people twice a week. So that's why fish oil comes in as a supplement because how much sushi, sashimi, salmon, tuna, cod fish, or halibut can you eat in a week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too good, especially the big fish might have the mercury, the heavy metal.
Tuna, yes. Yeah.
We also need to be careful on that. So the fish oil, since we talk about fish oil, and just now I get a point that you mentioned about when you see the thing over there is like, okay, you take 3 times with meal or right after your meal, right? So I know the reason behind. Can you share with us why the fish oil we need to take right together with the meal or after the meal? Right after the meal, why?
If you eat very full, then don't have to eat immediately after the meal. Have some common sense, we call it. You can wait a while because if you eat too full and you take supplements and you drink more water, you'll probably feel uncomfortable. Yeah. So I would wait for 5-10 minutes. It doesn't matter. As long as within the hour you take it, it's okay.
Yes.
So why it needs food? Because fish oil is oil-based. So you need some sort of oil to improve the absorption in the body through your large intestine. So after meals is usually the most correct way of taking a lot of the supplements, whether it's herbal medicine or vitamins, minerals, or fish oil or whatever you're taking. Usually it's after meals, but you don't take together with your medication. Yeah.
True.
Okay.
Yes. Especially right now, I see that we are in this global pandemic, right? So we want to keep our immune system to the optimum level to really get ourselves, not get COVID, we prevent ourselves from getting COVID. So how it is so important to add the vitamin C, zinc, vitamin D3 in our daily self-care for our immune system. Can you share with us?
Okay. Firstly, vitamin C and zinc is quite easy to get from the diet. Your fruits, your vegetables, your colorful fruits and vegetables. Zinc is mainly from meat, so you can take it unless you're vegetarian. So in terms of like, I was looking at one data. They say that the orange, Australian navel orange or the American navel orange, or any oranges, approximately vitamin C you're getting about 50 milligram.
Yeah.
So that's okay. I personally take one orange a day. So that's my one serving of fruit or whatever that I want to add in. Um, Look, if you want to take it, I think it's okay to take as per the label, one a day. It's okay. Or if you don't want to take it daily, put it at home. But if anyone around you falls sick, or if you're feeling a bit uncomfortable, itchy throat, or sniffling, then you start to take it every day. So you
Yeah.
have got a choice. Either you go for option one, daily dose every day. If you're not a big vegetable or fruit eater, then you go for if you're then you option two is for when you're really not feeling well or someone near me is not feeling well, I start to take it every day
Of
already.
close contact.
Yeah. So you need to see what if you live in a house full of people,
Mm.
and they every time get sick, then
Mm.
you might need some low dose of this vitamin C, zinc, or vitamin D for that matter. Take at the therapeutic, take at the label dose. That is fine. You won't get overdose and die. Don't worry.
Yeah, because a lot of people ask me, like, Joyce, how I know is the dosage that I needed, then like what you mentioned just now is take as per label. That is the minimum maintenance,
Yes.
not therapeutic. Therapeutic is something like, for example, when I have, oh, maybe you can answer this. Let's say I have a flu or I fall sick because just a normal virus. So what is the dosage that you will recommend for vitamin C?
It's a very classic question where a lot of people, if I get a cold,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I will go up to 5,000 to 8,000 a day. You might get a shock, but the thing is, I always explain it. I think maybe Joyce would know this. It's like army, 1,000 army fighting fighting for you in the body.
Mhm.
If you're taking 500 a day, 500 milligram a day, you have 500 army fighting for you or maintaining the Great Wall of China for you. But once you get sick, you probably want a lot more army fighting for you throughout the day. So
Yes.
I would be looking at 1,000 every 2 to 3 hours. It could go up to 5 or 8,000. Vitamin C is a very special vitamin. If your body has a lot of it, they will show you, they will tell you, you get loose stools. Loose, when you go toilet, it's loose stool. So then you stop eating. I tried myself as a guinea pig. I tried one time when I was not feeling well. I took 5,000 throughout the day, not one shot.
Okay.
I didn't get any diarrhea or loose
All
stool.
right.
But there's one time I took 8,000 and I didn't get any diarrhea. But there's another time I took 3,000 and I got loose stool. So it
Oh,
depends on how sick you are. The sicker you are, you may have to go up higher. So I will go 1,000 every few hours and throughout a 24-hour period or 12-hour period. When you sleep, don't wake up and take it.
yeah, because a lot of people think that, they're scared of, is it vitamin C will cause us toxic, People actually always ask me this question. When I become I mean, is so many, I mean, right now they are sick actually. So I said, you got to pump yourself up higher dose of vitamin C instead of the 500 milligram as a normal tablet or 1,000. because sometimes right now they sell 1,000 per tablet. So I would say you need more than that. I mean, for me, I normally take 3,000. So this is my dose when I fall sick. So that's the thing.
It's very different from person to person. Some
Yeah.
people 3,000 is okay. I normally go higher because I don't eat. Because in the 12 hour that I'm awake, I'll probably need a bit higher. It depends. If your sniffles go down, okay, that's good. If your sniffles still maintain at the high level, you drink lots of water, rest, vitamin C or zinc, you know, just your body will tell you whether you have enough. If your body gets down to a level you're no longer sniffing, then don't take too much vitamin C. You know you're on the healing stage already.
Yes, so true. And you just now we mentioned about vitamin C. Now let's switch gear a little bit, talking about calcium. What makes me think about this even more is, Monica, you know my story. 3 days ago, my aunt fell down and fractured her femur head bone. So yesterday is a surgery. So this really led me to think this is the question I must ask you. And we want to discuss because my aunt has osteopenia and osteoporosis patient. Some part of the bones is osteoporosis, and some is actually osteopenia. Then she fall and she has a fracture, 86 years old. And let's take a look at nowadays, so many people are kind of bombarded with the need of taking the calcium, the need of taking this vitamin D3 and K2, vitamin K2, like this three plus together for to prevent or actually to treat. So my question to you, Monica, is like, do we really need these supplements, or actually we can separate it to take? Not, I mean, can you just take the D3 and K2, or do we need to take it for long term, or we just take a short term, or how?
Okay. Uh, okay. If you're already diagnosed with osteopenia or osteoporosis, I think you can't really escape. You have to take in the longer term.
Okay,
It's not like 3 months, 6 months, 1 year down the road, you stop.
all right.
But what you can do is you get it checked yearly,
Mm.
your calcium levels. Vitamin D3 levels, it's very expensive to check, so I wouldn't recommend. I'll teach you a trick on calcium check later. But definitely your calcium, you take them together. If they're sold in three of the combination that you mentioned,
Yes.
calcium, D3, and K2, then by all means you can take.
Mm.
K2, based on the evidence, is more for people who already have issues like osteopenia, osteoporosis, or bone fracture or some sort. If healthy people, the evidence is not there yet for healthy people.
All right.
So I would say your first port of call is calcium and vitamin D, D3.
Mm.
Take them together because they both help each other to improve absorption.
Mm.
If I'll give you an example. You know, before pandemic, where you see a lot of milk companies do bone mineral density checks in supermarkets or pharmacies or in the shopping area, go for those checks. It's free. Okay. I use that myself. I'll take my mom, use that to check. It's not a true indicator compared to a blood test, but it gives you a good indicator whether you truly need to bump up your your calcium and vitamin D3. So I actually use that. I don't take calcium daily, to be very frank with you, because my levels are way very high. But
Mm.
every year I check on those calcium, my bone mineral density. When it falls a little, I'll go back up with calcium and D3 on a 3 to 6 months basis. Usually it takes about 6 months to improve calcium levels. In the case of your aunt, sometimes if you're elderly, your digestion is not very good, so absorption of calcium D3 is not that good. You may want to go for food-based calcium, I mean powdered. Food-based mean powdered drink or whatever that's enriched with calcium and D3.
Yeah, it's very good.
Whatever food based, whether it's milk or non-milk, it doesn't really matter. You may want to go that route. But
Yes.
if for regular people working like us who wants to take it, if you're osteopenia or osteoporosis, you do get 40 plus already osteopenia, then you need to take some sort of calcium D3 or even K2 for that matter. But look, whatever you want to take, have a chat with your a qualified professional, whether they are pharmacists or I call integrative medicine doctors who are already certified, certified medical doctors who are well trained in supplementation, a naturopath, or someone qualified to, like yourself, even to really guide them to see what is good to take. Okay. So I think it's a good guideline if you want to take. Like I said, I don't take because my levels are high, but if my levels come down, I take. So you don't have to take forever. But if your whole family have osteoporosis, go for it.
Good keys where we need to really take notes on that. Check first, then we know the level, then we can choose what to do next. That is a very good key because a lot of people may not know the level. They don't know. So that's how I remember I bring my aunt for the bone density check before that. Then she has all the different readings. Then from there she know what is what. Then that's how I know she's osteopenia in some part. Only a few. When they got the scan, the bone scan, everything, then you will know which part is actually the more dangerous part that you need to take care. And the accident does happen sometimes. So this is what happened 3 days ago. She fell down.
I hope she will be on a road to recovery.
Now it's healing.
Yeah, just a general note, the more exercise you do at a young age, you actually retain more bone density at the old. So but kids nowadays are not very active compared to a lot of us. Last time we were all under the sun, but now, so that doesn't help them. So the fitter you are at least until form 5 or 18, that helps to build the foundation of good bone mineral density. And then be active lah, No need to say lah. Be active. Walk. If you can't run, don't run.
Run. This is what I didn't do last time. I really is not someone that favor exercise back then. I'm not. So now get back to my exercise very good.
It's not too late, don't worry.
Yeah, I'm very, disciplined on that, got to do that already. I know this is important for my health. So last time I don't have this knowledge at all. That's like, until when I have the knowledge is already like 25, 26 at time. I just get to know that. So it's a bit too late because our own.
Don't worry. Don't put yourselves down. Don't put ourselves down. When we start, we know it. We start, we make the effort. That's good enough already. If it's too late, too bad. We manage it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, true. Even like my aunt now, over the physiotherapies, so she still need to do the physio and exercise to heal herself back. That's all is a journey. So it's the same like what age group we are in, do the exercise, right? Okay, now come to the question is like there are so many brands outside. When we go to the markets, especially we are kind of the promoter will come to you, promote their own brand, their own product. So what is the how that we can choose the trusted brand that suitable for us, not to influence too much by the promoter?
I think everyone has their favorite brand by now, unless you have never ever taken a supplement in your life. I'm quite sure you're bombarded with all the branding, exercise, advertising, and but certain considerations you need to come in. First thing is your quality. Okay. Yeah. Whether there's a good quality. You don't know, you ask. When you're at the pharmacy, you ask the pharmacist. Okay. Sometimes I'm quite cheeky with them because I have my regular pharmacy that I go to. I say, who do you trust? Which brand? I put that in the spot, but please don't follow me, okay? I guess budget comes into it. Yeah. Whether it's pre, post, during pandemic, budget always comes into it. You don't want to buy the cheapest. If you can't afford to buy the most expensive, you go where you're comfortable with the quality you can accept. So that's my recommendation. Definitely where they are manufactured from, produced from is quite important. Some countries are more strict than others. Also look at, firstly, I'll look at their website. If their I'm biased because to me, when I look at their website, it don't tell me much. I like, okay, what's the point, right?
Yes, true.
But the first thing that people normal people like you and me and our audience here is we Google natural. So your website is important. I would call the brand's telephone number and chat with their professional advisory or something, just to ask, what product I'm interested in, how do I take, or what can you tell me more? I would probably talk to their qualified professional. They would have qualified professional.
Yes.
Like I said, I will go to the pharmacy and look. There's a lot of brands, but with these few things in line, quality, budget, combination of product, I'll ask the company,
Mm.
you know, this
Mm.
life stage, what am I recommending? Because asking is free. It's okay. You don't have to make the decision then. Ask your pharmacist,
Mm.
right? Then you can get a feel of the brand, get a feel of. Then of course you have friends telling you their favorite. You don't have to buy. No,
Mm.
you just take your time to do some research. Ask people, ask qualified professionals.
Yeah.
I
I
could say
think
ask.
the most easiest one is the direct access is the pharmacies,
Yeah.
right? I mean, the person when we walk into the pharmacist is there rather than trusting too much on the promoter. Maybe we can actually go to ask the pharmacy for a more professional advice. That will,
Uh, yeah, the product advisors will probably tell you the exact benefit of the product. That's okay. You can ask them. And then you take a step backward and you can ask the pharmacist,
mm,
like what brand, where they're made from. Is it good? You know, they would have enough. They are pretty well trained. Most of them are pretty well trained in complementary medicine, I call them.
yes.
So make full use of their knowledge. They are underutilized.
They're underutilized because I'm the girl that always asks a lot of questions when I'm in the pharmacies and when the pharmacist said, okay, wait for a while because sometimes they have customers, so I need to be considerate to them as well because the customer is queuing. So sometimes I say, okay, wait until no customer and go and ask again. So because sometimes they know the product that they are selling in the shop in their own space. So this is the better, easier to assess person rather than pick up the call. Yes, we can pick up the call, get the company advisory, but this direct one will be this one.
Yeah, I guess what is important is when you talk to them, you have to be truthful. If you're taking any medication, you tell them because they will be able to check for you whether there's any drug or supplement that you're wanting to take or you're taking, whether there's any negative or bad interaction. So the pharmacist would be there, if they can't, ask them, can you find out for me, please? Because
Yes.
a lot of people are taking medication, so some supplements may not be suitable for you, so use their knowledge.
Or can I ask like general rules of thumbs? Any form of medication they take, if we were to space a few hours before we take the supplements, then what is your advice, like general rule of thumbs, like not specific to certain medication? Let's say high blood pressure. A lot of people are high blood pressure right now. They have the pills. Because my aunt is taking amlodipine, so I know that okay, this is a high blood pressure. Then we need to wait for how long to?
Normally blood pressure medication they would take in the morning before
Yes.
their breakfast. So I would say when you finish your breakfast, between medication and supplement will be general rule of thumb about 2 hours, about 2 hours.
Yeah.
So then you can take your supplementation. So
Mm,
that was the general rule of thumb. But
yeah.
if you're taking very more highly specific like medication like warfarin or whatever, blood thinners, normal aspirin, that one is okay. But you still need to talk to your pharmacist or doctor
Definitely.
about it. But if you're taking warfarin, which is very specific, make sure whoever any qualified professionals you're talking to, make sure they know you're taking warfarin and whatever you want to take so it doesn't fight. So there are evidence out there, so people can check for you.
True. That is important. Take note on that. And thank you so much, Monica, for your very inspiring sharing today. So if they want everyone that want to connect with you, where they need to go.
Yeah, you can probably look for me in LinkedIn if you're in LinkedIn. LinkedIn page. Just snap a photo first, or just pull out my name lah. Just Monitar. Go very far with this name.
Yeah.
Yeah, my email is there. Yeah, you can contact me to anytime. Thanks.
Yeah, this is the email. Then just now when you see back the LinkedIn, so you put Monitor Tan, you will directly get it because I tried before. It's like you have a very special name, Monitor. So it's like that's why when I put a common name, then you will have a long list to scroll. So I put your name is like straight at the front, so easy to get it. So no problem on that. So All right, thank you so much. Before we end, do you have any words of inspiration or message they would love to share with the audience right now?
Yeah, thanks, Joyce. We're 5 minutes overdue, but I think the audience will be fine.
Yes.
Yeah, because so sorry because I talk a lot.
We love
Three
to
key messages for everyone who's listening in today. First thing is always review your supplements.
Mm.
You do it at least once a year. Because a lot of people are taking medication. You review your medication. I hope you're reviewing your medication, yeah, because I do that all the time. You must review your supplements every year, if not 6 months. That is very important because your lifestyle changed. Do you still need it? Because I know some people who are still taking and they don't need it anymore. After 10, 20 years, they're still taking the same thing.
Yes.
So no, you don't need.
Mm.
Um, you don't have to take every supplement in the world or trendy supplement, but if you have the budget, why not? Because some people will say, oh, I take placenta, stem cell, and whatever. If you got the money, why not? Seriously. If you don't, then don't stretch yourself. Okay. We all age at a different rate, some faster, some slower. Look, I already have pure white heat. Okay.
Very nice one.
So embrace aging gracefully as long as you don't have serious medical condition. If you have chronic medical condition like arthritis or whatever, if you can manage it, age gracefully with it. It's okay. Because a lot of conditions, sometimes it comes already, you cannot cure, but you can manage. So it's okay. It's okay. We can manage. Don't worry. You have qualified professionals to help you to manage. Maybe you take a bit more supplements or medication than other people. But supplements here is, I guess, um, you can take it to manage the health. You may not be able to cure it for supplements. Some do if you are under the guidance of a professional, but you can manage it with supplements. If you have the budget, go ahead. My third one is you respect and understand people who some people don't believe in supplements, don't force them. Don't, some people who take more supplements than other people, don't talk bad about them. I guess what I'm trying to say is, as healthcare professionals, we need to find out why some people don't like to take supplements. I have clients before that say, give me all the supplements. I don't want to take medication and I want to change my diet lifestyle. Give me all the supplements you think I need. Okay. There are also some people, no, I don't want supplement. I only want to take medication and a bit of lifestyle change. So I think for everyone, you know your body. Don't have to be stubborn about it. Age gracefully, accept it. We will be okay. There's a lot of people managing it successfully with complementary medicines without medication. So it's not the end of the world. So you can do it. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Love you so much, all the sharing, because has been really the topic that I am so passionate about to share. And I said, even though something happened to in my family, I'm saying, some people advise me, Joyce, you may want to cancel because you are like don't have enough rest for yourself. I said, no, I'm not going to cancel this event. This is my favorite. So thank you so much again. And we're going to end the session in Facebook Live. Then for those in Zoom, please stay on. We can have a discussion. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.